Dawn, start of SEC play. Do you feel this group's ready to go into the conference?
Yep. I think we've we've gotten in a couple of great practices, probably much better than most coming off of break. So I think they're pretty excited to get started.
Coach, and then going off of that, of course, this is a pretty experienced team, but just going into SEC playoffs, the rigor, I guess, is more consistent. Like, what's the mentality change that kind of needs to happen?
I mean, it's what we're used to, like, but the challenge of playing in this league night in and night out, it's taxing, it's physical, it's mentally challenging. But the core group of our team has been together and has been through this routine of starting conference play, and we don't want the result to be what it was when we started last year.
Dawn, what have you seen out of Joni's Texas A&M?
I mean, they're hurting a little bit because they got a lot of injuries, but a Joni Taylor-led team, they're always going to play hard. They're going to play for 40 minutes. They always get their post involved, no matter who she has on roster, whether it's a 6-foot post player. So they like high-low action. They like to get up and down the floor, and they pressure. And they're, I don't know how many they have now, but they've been shorthanded. But a shorthanded Missouri team beat us last year, so we are conscious of it. So that's been what I've been spewing to our team.
Is it going to be a little bit odd tomorrow night not to see Gary on the sideline?
It is. I'm sure several of our fans will miss not going to the dentist because he throws the candy out. So we got to tell Joni she's got to continue that tradition.
Coach, I know you talked about Chloe before, but you've got to see her in now 2 games, and then even the additional practices.
Yeah.
Just, I guess, going into SEC play, like, what have you seen from her in her development so far?
I mean, it's challenging. I think she wants to do well. She's a pleaser. But when you start seeing practices, she goes up and down with, good stuff, bad stuff. And, I just told her today, you got to learn to turn the page. If there's anything that I want you to learn from this half season that you're playing, is the ability to turn the page, good or bad, because the great ones do it fairly quickly. And then if you want to beat yourself up, in your dorm room, watching film, do it then, but don't do it in the moment. So she's learning. I mean, it's a lot. Like, she's not going to know everything that we do. She's not going to know it. So whatever she does know, and she's good at, great. If she doesn't know it, turn the page.
This pre-conference season, you've gotten to see a lot of players kind of try their hand at the point. Do you like the rotation there? Do you feel like you're going to shorten that now because it's conference play and these games get serious real quick?
Yeah. No. I mean, I like the progression of, where Kiara is right now. I like where Raven's headed. She's still a freshman. I like the fact that we could call on Zaya in LA, when we need a veteran, someone that's been here, that knows actually some of the plays that we've run in the past that Raven and Kiara, they just really don't know. So I like, a lot of teams don't have the luxury of the depth that we have at people that can play the point for us.
Are you pleased with the progression of your outside shooting?
Have we progressed?
Yeah.
Yes, like, I don't think we take bad shots. I don't think we take a lot of bad shots. So I like the progression of taking better shots. They're not falling at the rate that we want them to, but they're good shots, and they'll eventually fall. But it's still allowing us to rebound the basketball. And I like the fact that we're blocking shots, like, at a historical rate.
Listen, Dawn, you were one of the best point guards to ever play the game. When, a few years ago when Ty was running the show, you didn't have a lot of worries.
Yeah.
When Henny was running the show, you didn't have a lot of worries. Are you a little more concerned this year heading into the serious part of the season because you don't have a Ty or a Henny kind of to run things?
No, but Key's heading in the right direction.
Yeah.
Like, he is very aware. She's gotten a lot better. and a lot more healthy. And like she goes to a full practice. We don't have to take off for reps. She has an understanding of it. It's just she needs more experience with just playing. So no, I'm not. I mean, we got enough to give people a different look. Like we only had Henny and basically LA. Now we got LA, we got Zaya, we got Raven, we got Kiera.
Yeah.
So, and if push comes to shove, we'll throw Coop at them.
Yeah.
Anything else for Coach?
Yeah, Coach, going off of that a little bit, a few weeks ago you said you wanted teams to scout 13 players, I guess technically it's 14 now. With this team specifically, like what sticks out about, I guess, this bench unit compared to maybe some of the other teams that you've had here?
I mean, when you have someone like LA that's playing super well, Camilla has turned the page. You got to prep for them. And then you got some other younger ones that you really just don't know. They could have breakout games, they can suck, right, too, but, you don't know. So you have to scout them. You have to tell your team about Breezy. You got to tell your team, about Raven. You got to tell your team about, not just Camilla and LA. Coop's got spots where she's played brilliantly. You got Ashlyn Watkins, who, I think is going to be, like, great. I do. I think she's going to have a tremendous career. She just doesn't have enough room, in our post rotation to play consistent minutes. So you gotta prep for them, though.
Thank you, Coach.